the previous episode, Winston and I had a very busy day. We first went to Balmoral Castle and done a cairn walk where we saw Prince Albert's Pyramid. We then stopped by the Highlanders Bakehouse for some delicious pastries, sandwiches and cakes before making our way to Burn o' Vat, which is a waterfall inside a granite cauldron. I then went to see a man about a dog as we continue on our 64-day Scottish adventure. I've just been to the shower block and the facilities to brush my teeth, and I think there's a French couple having sex in the showers. Either that or they are washing each other in a very rhythmical way. I do find it weird that there's a lot of, on this trip, a lot of French men have been in the ladies' bathrooms, quite a lot. But they're usually with their other half, so with their missus. I remember at one campsite, an older lady, it was a camping and caravan club site, came out and saw that there was a man in the women's facilities, and she did say something, but the man said, "Oh no, I'm with my wife." So, I don't know, is that the done thing? I've never travelled to France. Is that the done thing? Are men allowed in women's facilities if they are with their wife? Anyway, there's two of them at the moment having sex in the showers. Today is moving day. I'm currently packing away. You can't see it, but I've got stuff all over. I'm trying to pack away, but also think, is there anything heavy in the caravan that I could put in the van? The caravan is still under 750 kilograms, so I know that I've not overweighted the caravan. The van can tow up to a ton, so I know it's still going to be okay, but if I can move anything to the van, just to make the van that little bit heavier, it does just make towing easier and safer. So yeah, I'm just doing that as and when I find something. For example, this is my big toiletry. This is what I take to the showers every time I go. So that has all like my lotions and potions in that probably don't work, but I like to use them anyway. So that's going to go in the van. That'll add a lot of weight to the van. But anyway, right, I'm going to continue packing. Oh, what have I just knocked? I don't know what that is. So I'm going to continue packing, hitching, and then we're driving 2.5 hours to Edinburgh. Right, now I don't know if you guys can hear, but let me just try and be quiet. Don't know if you can hear that, but the Youth Highland Games has just started over at the showground, and it's just came up in a big roar of bagpipe music playing. It's great. I would have loved to go and watch and to go to the showground today. Unfortunately, we are moving campsite. I didn't know that was on. But yeah, it's nice to be packing away in Scotland to move to another Scottish location and hear nothing but bagpipe music. Brilliant. But yeah, lovely day for it as well. They're going to have a good day at the showground. I really wish I could have attended, but we got to drive 2.5 hours, so unfortunately not. Let's continue packing. Not the closest I've ever been. That's not bad, considering I don't have a rear window. Not bad. What do you think, Wins? You think not bad? You could do better. Is that what you said? Okay. Right, so it's time to get my electricity back. What do I do? Right, so I've got the damage on my electric. I also bought some chocolate bars as well. I put 20 quid on the electric and I got back, stayed for 4 nights, I got back £16.59. So I spent under £3.50 in electric for 4 nights. I didn't have heating on, it's not been hot enough for heating, but everything else I've been as usual, running my laptop, running my kettle, running my fridge, running my Wi-Fi, running my phone, charging my tech. It's very cheap. I asked him, I said, am I a low user? And he said, I am a low user. He said, but everybody's different. It doesn't really matter like what size rig you've got. So he said, we've had some massive caravans come in and massive motorhomes and they'll only use £2 or £3 a night. He said, we've had some smaller things come in, some like little VW vans, and they'll use £6 a night. One of the cheapest costs that they had per night was a guy came and stayed for 1 night and he spent a penny because all he did was charge his phone. Why I had an electric pitch, I don't know, but he spent a penny for that night in electric. And he said the most expensive one that they've had was a big motorhome come, and it had all the bells and whistles, aircon, underfloor heating, electric shower, and he spent £30 per night in electric. So he said it really does vary. He said, so when you're paying for an electric pitch on a site, you're kind of, when they're pricing it, they're going in between these two costs. You know, some people using only a couple of quid per night and some people using £20-30 per night in electric. So yeah, this campsite's run very different, but I like it. I like it because this is a very cost-effective stay for me in a lovely location with great facilities. Previously, if a campsite said that you pay for your electricity separate, I avoided it because I'm like, I just want to pay a cost. I just want to pay one fee and be done and not have to worry about anything else. I only booked this because it was in a great location and I remember it saying that electric was separate and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just give it a go. But now I think I would actively look for sites that charge for electricity separately because this works out much more cost effective for me and my setup. Anyway, I've got some Kit Kats for my storage and I got a Whisper. I haven't had a Whisper for ages. I'm going to eat my Whisper, check my route, the caravan is hitched, and then we're off. We are a little bit late. I was hoping to leave by 11:30 and it's almost 12, but you know, we'll get there when we get there. So do you want to come with me to do my checks? I've already checked the brake lights and the indicators. So we just do like a walk around. So check that the handbrake is off, check this is green, check that these are nice and tight, check that that is closed, check that the windows are closed, check that the motor mover is disengaged. These are closed. Pop top is obviously down. Check that this is closed. That's closed. That's closed. These are closed. Motor mover is off. Come back round to the front. I always double check this like so many times. Check the back door. Check this is on. I'm going to switch that on in a minute, which is the action cam that films the pod. Check the bike, that the lock is on. Check that this door is closed. Check these are tight. And this one. And that's my checks done. We are now ready to go. Oh, and I checked that I've got Winston. He's there. Caravan is towing. I've not even hit the road yet, I've just drove around the campsite, but it's towing way better. I can tell because there's loads of bumps in the campsite, there's loads of potholes. Caravan is towing way better. I could tell just driving out of the campsite, because the campsite's a bit unlevel in some places and it's got some potholes. I just noticed everything was much more sturdier. The Caravan didn't influence the van as much, and then just pulling out there, it's yeah, way better. It's just amazing what, like, I'm still carrying the same weight, but just putting it in a different place just really influences the drive. And also the safety, which is the main aspect, isn't it? You want to be safe when you're driving. You don't want the Caravan having too much influence over the van. Right, this is a big campsite, a lot of pictures, lots of facilities. Right, going to 63. God, right, so I'm going, okay. Right. Oh, this is so big. Okay. Right. So going down, left a little bit, round the roundabout, right turn. Okay. Let's get out of this bit first. We are in section H. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, so straight on. Okay, we've got a little roundabout thingy here. Right, so do we have numbers on these pictures? So I think on this one, is that 63? Yeah, it's 63. Okay, we're just going to we're going to borrow 64 to do a bit of a circle. Up over the grass, and then on to 63. Where I can drive forwards. Straight in a run. And she's in. Right. Whew. We're okay. Let me go and unpitch. So I think it's fair to say that the pitch is sloping. How long that's going to be? I almost thought I'd run out of, I can't remember what that's called. You know, the telescopic bit. I thought I'd almost run out of it. That's big. So we have arrived at Moretonhall Campsite, which is only 4 miles from the centre of Edinburgh. Now it is a very large campsite with over 500 pitches. So at busy periods, it would easily have over 1,000 people on site. Now it was almost 4 PM in the evening, and the only things I had eaten all day were my breakfast and also that Whisper bar. So I was tired, hungry and irritable, and I was struggling to make sense. And I'm rambling now. I'm just gonna make a bacon sandwich. That's it. I'm just gonna make a bacon sandwich and do some work, and yeah, I don't know. I've got to plan the next few days. Still got lots to do. But first, I really need to eat. Okay, so I've just got, where are these wires? Okay, so I've just got really quick food, anything that I could make quickly or anything that I can eat straight away, I've got. So it's a bacon sandwich, and then also a mini pizza, which I'm going to put in the air fryer in a minute. So I've got a constant stream of hot food coming. Now, because that is very light on vegetables, i.e. no vegetables apart from the tomato sauce at a push, I've also got some mixed vegetables in water, which I'm going to eat straight from the tin because I don't have the desire, the energy or the time to cook them, but they'll be fine, they're not going to kill me. I've also got a Greek yogurt for dessert and a Kit Kat, and if I'm still hungry, I've got an apple. So hopefully that's going to fill me up and improve my mood. At the moment, I've had to shut the window because I can't deal with the day at the moment. I can't deal with outside. I just want to be in both my metaphorical and literal bubble, if that makes sense. I just want to be in my pod on my own. I can't deal with outside. So yeah, I'm going to watch the rest of Avatar. I have to say that I did quite enjoy this little conveyor belt of food that I had going. So I was able to eat one thing whilst another thing was cooking. I think that's one of the bonuses about the pod, is that your kitchen is also your living room, is also your dining room. So you're never that far away from food. Now that I've ate, I've just crashed. I was meant to be getting the laptop out to do some work, but I don't even have the energy to plug it in and turn it on. So I'm going to feed Winston, and then I'm going to nap and set an alarm just to get up later and take him out to the toilet. That's it. That's just me done for the day. Good morning. I have been looking at things that I can do from this campsite, and there's a lot you can do because you can just go out of the entrance and catch a bus and you could be in the city centre in Edinburgh. But I've done Edinburgh as a city break before, so I don't really want to go into the city. And also I know Winston would absolutely hate that, and I don't want to leave him here in the caravan for that length of time. So I kind of looked at some of the walks that were around, and there's a couple, but none that I'm really excited to do. I don't want to get in my van and do any more driving. I've done enough driving the past 2 days. I don't feel like driving anywhere. So it'd have to be a walk from this campsite, in which case you can go to, I think it's 7 Acres Park over there, and I think that's about it, which we will probably go to on one of Winston's walks at some point. But the point I'm trying to make is that there's nothing that I really want to do. The only things that will bring me peace right now is catching up on my sleep and rest and catching up on my work. If I can do both of those things, I will feel so much better than if I try and go out and see stuff and do stuff that I really don't want to see and do, but then just become more run down and more behind in my work. So yeah, give the caravan a good clean, have some rest, catch up on my work. That's the agenda for the next few days. And I'm going to get started right away because I am going back to bed for a nap. Now, Winston is already way ahead of me. He is already behind me snoring because he has had a very busy few days too. So I think he will be grateful of the rest as well.